In this video, I'm going to share with you the signs that it's not over with your ex. Perhaps you're watching this video being extremely upset, sad, and angry after this breakup. You don't know exactly how to read your ex. Perhaps they don't want to talk to you. Perhaps you're in touch with them, but you receive those mixed signals, and it's very hard to decrypt what's going on in their mind. My job as a relationship therapist is to help people to get back with their ex, and I'm going to share with you in this video the signs that it's not over, the signs that it makes sense for you to entertain hope and work toward a relationship recovery. Jingle.
IGetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
A quick warning though, because I know there's a lot of content out there, there's a lot of coaches out there. No one can pretend to have a formula to get an ex back. That doesn't work like this. People's psychology don't work like this. There's no certainty, and you have to accept that there's always an element of uncertainty, and be aware of people who would sell you or teach you a formula. It doesn't work like this. And also, the simple reason is you know your ex better than I know your ex, right? So how can I pretend that I have a formula? My job is to provide you insights, providing you strategies to do the best you can. Whether you're going to get back with your ex or not, it depends. My job is to ensure that you do the maximum. So I have limitation in the sense that I can only teach you or share with you relationship psychology. I can share with you what worked with my clients. I can share with you things about attachment styles, but you have to understand there's always an element of uncertainty, and I want to reiterate that. And if you feel and hear content of people like, I can guarantee success, be aware of those things. First of all, you are special. And what I mean, you are special. It's a strong sign that you can recover from this relationship. Your relationship is different than any relationships your ex had. Perhaps they had 5 partners and you're the 6th one, and that relationship was different. Perhaps you got married, perhaps you were engaged, but that relationship was meaningful. And this was mutual. Sometimes people call me and I clearly see that it's not mutual, and I don't accept those clients. I feel I can't help you getting back with them because it's clearly not a mutual relationship. It's clearly a one-sided relationship. So if you're convinced, if you know, and I can't answer these questions for you, if you know whether you had something special, whether you had something strong mutual, it's something that you can build on. It's something that you can leverage. Think of it of if you had projects together, a future together, all these kind of things. You had, and that's why also this breakup is potentially very difficult for you to handle, is because you had a future together. Everything made sense in terms of we have something, we are building something. Why stopping now? So if you're special, it's going to be very easy for you to recover from this relationship, or at least work at recovering the relationship, because as I said, sometimes it doesn't work because it takes 2 to recover from a relationship, from a breakup. Second one, you are doing the right things. It's very important for you to respect that decision and be respectful. Sometimes because of the feelings, because of the anger, the resentment, we tend to overreact, to react, to confront our partner, to create drama, which is something that will prevent you from getting back with your ex. I put together a quiz for people to know if they have a chance of getting back with their ex. The quiz gives an indication, but if you have a high score on the quiz and you make a lot of dreadful mistakes along the way, you're never going to get back with your ex. Sometimes the worst mistakes are made after the breakup. One strategy that I would recommend is to use the grandmother filter. Anything that you do, anything that you're about to do or about to say, use the grand filter mode, i.e., if my grandmother knew that I was doing this or that I was saying this, would she be proud of me? Would have been ashamed sharing this to my grandmother? Another way of saying it is, if I look at the scenario, the story in 6 months' time, would I feel that I've done the best? Would I be proud of my actions? So it's really about how can you use that time after the breakup, because it's a time, and that's why I'm passionate about my job is because this timing after a breakup is a time for you to reflect and make discoveries about yourself, about relationships, about what you want, about how you draw the boundaries, about so many things in your life that you potentially have put on the side since you're a child. And I want to invite you to join us next week. We have a 1-week challenge to reflect, to have daily coaching calls with myself, where you would be able to learn, to reflect, to grow as a person and use this breakup, because sometimes we feel the breakup is affecting us. The breakup is the worst thing that has ever happened to me. Let's use this breakup as a way for you to drive change and use this breakup to refine you rather than defining you. Third thing, the breakup is based on fear versus compatibility. I can't help people to get back together if they're not compatible, if they feel like they don't have anything to do together. Have my job makes sense when there's a fear from your side, there's a fear from your ex's side. Perhaps they have an avoidant attachment style and they fear a sense of commitment. And that's the thing that prevents them from being happy, from really connecting with you. And so many times we have unconscious drivers. There's nothing to do with you. Sometimes we trigger our partner or their trauma, their insecurities. And so there's a part that you can control and that you can change and that you can adapt. That's what I do with my clients. I help them to understand their ex's language, but there's also an element of your ex's insecurities. And that's the thing, when you do the work of reflecting and growing, there's always a time when you need to assess whether your ex is ready as well to go that journey of growth and discovery. It cannot be something that you do on your own. A relationship, it takes two people to work on a relationship. So right now they took the decision to leave the relationship. Sometimes and very often the reason they broke up is very unconscious. They feel an discomfort, they feel it's not working. Usually it's not working. It has nothing to do with feelings. They feel that the relationship doesn't provide what they expect. So it's just fine-tuning those things, changing the rationale, changing the narrative of those things to create a version 2.0 of the relationship. Working on those unconscious drivers from your side and inspiring your ex to also change and grow as a person. Do they need to see a therapist? Maybe. Do you need to see a therapist? Maybe. But it's really about how you can learn from this breakup. And again, if you're not compatible, I'm not the right person for you to get back with your ex, and it's probably not going to work. If it's based on fear, we just have to remove the fear. Okay, we remove the triggers and we create a condition for you to have an effective communication. That's also what I do with my clients, especially the ones who are clients of mine on WhatsApp. Fourth sign, they reach out. So when I say this, don't pay attention to the words. I don't care about the words, it's the intention. Because very often when people reach out, when the ex reach out, they'll be very distant. They'll find an excuse, really random, to reach out. They'll tell you, oh, I forgot my jumper at your house, or I've seen your mom in the street. They're like something super random. And you feel like they're not interested. They're not talking about us. They're not talking about the relationship. Why are they talking about my jumper? What matters is that they feel the need to connect. They feel the need to connect and to stay in touch. So remember, when you feel like, yeah, that's not enough, that's not what I want, remember that ghosting is the simplest way to deal with the breakup. Your ex could have chosen not to deal with you, to ignore you, not to talk with you. Okay? And that's what happens if you don't care about the person. It's very easy to ghost that person. So it's very important, if they reach out, that's a strong sign that you have a chance of reconnecting. Getting back together, will it be successful? It depends on many factors, but at least to reconnect. Fourth one, you are using this time wisely. Getting back with an ex implies change. Your ex will not get back with a relationship that's exactly the same as the one they left. You are part of the solution, they are part of the solution, and there's also work on the relationship, on the conditions of the relationship, on the rules, on the dynamic. So you have to use this time to reflect. As I said, maybe you need to see a therapist. Maybe you need to read books, to get some courses about, I don't know, attachment style, anger management, about confidence. There's so many things that you can learn online. I have some courses online. I don't have the biggest library of courses because I don't have enough time to record courses. So have a look and ask me if you want me to recommend some courses. Personal development could be, again, things that will indirectly, for example, address your anxious attachment style. Maybe it's about how you can challenge yourself personally. So thinking you need to wait and send some template text to get an ex back, if you think that's what you need to do to get an ex back, I'm not the right person for you, and it doesn't work like this. It's really about focusing and navigating in this inner journey about you, about those insecurities, peeling the onion, unpeeling the onion, as what we say as therapists, we unpeel the onion and we address layer by layer, trying to understand the core problem here. And by doing that, you'll feel so much empowered, you'll feel so much confident and having the tools to connect with your partner. And perhaps you're not going to get back with your ex. It doesn't matter, because whatever you learn, whatever you get from this journey will help you to build stronger relationship, stronger connection with your next partner. If you have any question, don't hesitate to send me a message or a comment on this video. If you want more of this content, or if you just want to support my work, you can subscribe as well. It does help me a lot, and I will see you next time. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
For a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer.